Welcome back to the Bethany Vikings pod. It's time to talk about Bethany softball. I'm joined by juniors on the softball team, Kaylee Mork from Brandon, South Dakota, who was on the All-Conference Defensive Player of the Year last year, and Taylor Kotke from Maple Grove, Minnesota, who was recognized with the UMAC Sportsmanship Award last year. How are we doing today, Kaylee and Taylor?
Great.
Really good.
Well, you guys are coming off a great season where you won Bethany's first UMAC regular season conference title. What changed from your freshman years when you went 17 and 19, and now you're coming off your sophomore campaign where you guys went 27 and 12 and were regular season conference champions?
Well, Nestler was a new coach before we came, so we were his first recruiting class our freshman year, and so we still had girls that he hadn't recruited and then us that he did recruit. And so at that time, I guess we kind of learned more like what he expected from us. The work ethic of the girls has changed over the years. We know what he expects. He expects a lot. He wants us to win. We want to win. We all have goals to win, and I guess just the work ethic and the attitude, team bonding really changed.
You talked about team bonding a little bit. What were some of examples of that outings you guys maybe had?
Well, we did do some blind dodgeball, and we just played some like fun games outside every once in a while. We had a couple nights where we did like movie nights, or I know some of the girls, I didn't go to this, but had some like dinners where they made like spaghetti and got together. So we've gotten closer over just doing more silly things, I guess.
I agree. No, just getting together and kind of just being ourselves, not forcing anything on the girls or anything, but just kind of getting together and, having fun, because that's what the game's all about. So,
well, last year, you guys, since you won the regular season, you got to host the conference tournament. And your freshman year, you guys didn't even get to play a home game because of the weather. How neat was it to actually play home games this past year and then host the conference championship?
I honestly think it was amazing. It was an amazing experience because, seriously, coming in as a freshman and not having a home game, it kind of took away kind of the excitement and the spark of playing, college softball at a new school and stuff. And then we go to host the conference championship, and that has, never been done at Bethany, and it was amazing. I remember winning that game before the tournament, and I was just bawling. It was so emotional. I was so emotional because, you work so hard and you prepare so long, and when it actually, when you actually accomplish your goals, it is an emotional feeling, yes.
That's awesome. So, personally, what was your guys' favorite moment you had last year in that special season?
That's tough.
Man, every win was special. It was like we were on a hot streak, and it was like, personally, I feel like we were at a point where we felt like we could beat everybody. Like playing preseason games, they were tough teams, good competition. And it was almost like we got to our conference games, and we were just so much more confident. We had so much more feel. And yeah, I'd say we were just so much more confident. We feel like we could beat any team, and that was a good feeling.
Yeah, I'd say we all learned our role on the team, and we all learned how to play our role to the best of our ability. And when we all work together, that's how you win. And so as the season progressed and we all played our roles, it was fun to win games and really see what we could do. And we definitely gained confidence as we played.
So, moving on towards this off season, what do you guys do like training in the off season? What are some of your activities you like to do to stay in shape? And
I tried CrossFit over the summer. I was really interested in it, I guess, over the past couple of years, and I just thought, why not try it? And so I got into that, and I actually started to love it, but it definitely changed the way I like to work out. I know that I can push myself harder. I've gained a lot of strength, and I've definitely saw it in this past fall season coming back after working out so hard over the summer that I just moved better. I felt better, and just the way I reacted to the ball seemed like it was improved just by working out, even though it wasn't like I practiced softball every day, but I was in like a summer softball league this summer too. So I got to work on different positions, still worked on hitting and tried to fix up some of my mechanical issues I was having last year. So yeah.
No, I 100% agree because she's the one who got me into CrossFit, and I am so grateful because that is what kept me in shape this summer as well, on top of, practicing things defensively and offensively both. But CrossFit really changed, man, my cardiovascular health, my physical, everything is I feel amazing. And that's definitely what kept me in shape. But yeah, definitely during the summer though, still focusing on fulfilling those, personal goals, coming out of the season, preparing for our fall season.
Yeah, reflecting on what we knew we needed to get better at from last year to this year so we can hopefully win and be just as successful.
That's awesome. And you guys do a lot of work outside the classroom, like you said, working on softball, but it's pretty impressive that your team had a GPA of 3.52 this past semester. Do you guys take great pride, obviously, in your schoolwork? Do you push each other, or how does...
I don't know. I've always been like... I hold myself to a high standard in everything that I do. And so I guess schoolwork, it definitely doesn't fall with that. I am always working to do the best in the classroom. And I think that the smarter you are, like, it helps you in every aspect of life. You can be a smart player, smart in the class and on the field, I guess. So we definitely take pride in our GPA. I know our coach really wants us to do well in school, and we are student athletes, so being a student comes first. And even working just as hard in the classroom, we can still perform on the field as we showed last year, I guess.
Yeah, just to add on to that, if you are a student athlete, you know how hard it is to have a good balance between your schoolwork, the things you want to be doing, and then, you got stuff like softball going on, and it gets really hard to balance it all. And so to hear that our team had that team GPA is really impressive, because you think about all the time we put into this sport, and then you think about all the bus rides, you're trying to work on these papers with the crappy bus Wi-Fi, and it sucks, but gosh, it's all worth it in the end. And you think about how I'm so proud of these girls for being able to prioritize their lives, keeping school first, but also having softball follow closely behind, and being able to strive and be good in both departments.
That's really awesome. How did you guys do in your fall season?
I'd say we did really good. I don't know, the fall season's really about, getting those kinks out from the summer, getting back into the groove, getting back into a routine, and kind of getting back into softball mode, and finding that fire and being excited from the spring season for sure.
Yeah, it's good to see the new girls coming in, and then just bringing all the talent and different talents and trying people in different spots, and maybe seeing how you might, like, where you might be playing in the spring, but just getting excited for the spring season, seeing what you can do, and hopefully setting goals for the spring.
You have any special new girls coming?
Well, we have Cassidy Cunningham and we have Liz Milam. They just came to us here second semester, and I'm really excited to see how they play and how they work with the team, because we really need them right now. New talent is always welcome, and I'm really excited to see how they do and how they kind of fit into our team dynamic and how they help us achieve our goals here.
Yeah, we added a lot of girls, actually. Only, how many? 3 freshmen?
Yeah.
3 freshmen. So they'll be a good addition. We also had some transfers come in. I think everybody we have on the team now is going to help in some kind of way. How that is right now, we can't really say exactly. But I guess we'll have to see if we have any big standouts.
Okay, so you got camp now starting here in January, the last couple weekends. What are your guys' roles in that for helping the younger girls and maybe show them what you guys, like your work ethic, and how they can develop and maybe be good softball players like you guys?
Well, I think When I go every night, I try and have a good attitude. I want to make sure that the girls have fun while they are there. I'm looking to help them improve their mechanics. They're there to get better at softball, but they're also there to just enjoy the sport. And I like to show what we have here at Bethany as our team, like working together, what we expect of people. Maybe see if anyone would be interested in like, oh, like there's a chance that you could play college softball. So keep it in your mind. Like if you want to do this, you have to work hard, but you can do it. So yeah, I guess it's a good thing to do as a team and just like share your love of softball, love of the game with others and help them improve their skills.
Yeah, we're really able to get one-on-one time with the girls too. We're able to have like one of our players with, you know, a group of girls at each tee or something. It's very nice to like get to know them throughout the weekends and share our love of softball with these younger girls, and like Kaylee said, kind of show them that they too can, you know, play for Bethany one day if that's where God is leading them.
That's really sweet, and you kind of learn that leadership quality in that camp. And are you guys turning like a quarter now since you're upperclassmen? Are you guys picking up that leadership role now this year too?
I would say so. I guess anybody can be a leader. We could have a freshman come in and for sure be a leader, but just to lead by your actions, I guess, doing what you're supposed to be doing, always working your hardest. I think as a freshman, I was a little more scared to do that. I didn't want to step into anybody's leadership role because that's what I expected of the upperclassmen. But now I don't put anybody down. I think we're all very equal. But I like to just do my best. I like to do what I would want my teammates to be doing. And so I guess that could definitely be seen as like a leadership role.
Okay, last year, Bria, your guys' main pitcher, who was the UMAC Pitcher of the Year, she's going down with an injury, I heard, this year. So you talked about Cassidy Cunningham. Is she going to be your number one, or how do you feel your pitching's going to go this year?
Well, we'll see how this winter, you know, these winter practices go. This is a time where we're figuring out, you know, who's going to be playing at what position. You know, I always would play third base, but now I'm picking up catching. It's like whoever's willing to take on those goals and do them well, and there's going to be a lot of moving around, but Cassidy definitely for sure has, you know, a great opportunity here, and I think she could be our number one for sure, along with, you know, Tara and Zoe. You know, there's a lot of girls that are pretty strong.
Yeah, I personally have not seen Cassidy pitch, and so right now I think it's anyone could be our number one pitcher, and we'll just use people how we can.
So now, what is probably the message this year? Coming off, obviously, a really great year. Nothing's been done like that in Bethany history in the regular season. What is your guys' message this year to keep going and have another strong year?
Well, last year, our kind of motto was that we are on the rise, and we were most definitely on the rise, and we don't plan to stop now. We did had a really good year last year, but this year we plan on it being better. You know, we want to grow each year in every category of our wellness. You know, we want to grow physically, we want to grow mentally. You know, this sport is so much more than this sport too, and we plan on doing really great things this year.
That's awesome. And something that might help you guys this year is you have a lot more games before Tucson. You're going to get in because of the new Minnesota State bubble. How exciting is that you know you'll get to be playing all those games in at a good facility too?
Yeah, I actually got to go see inside the dome, and I am super pumped. It's big, and the walls go high, so balls shouldn't be hitting the ceiling as much. It's awesome to be able to play all those games. We'll get to rotate girls around, see where people will be playing, get to work together, especially since we had 2 transfers come in this new semester. It'll be just good to get going, get our mind in the softball, actually playing games before we get to Tucson, where we're going to have a couple definitely tough games.
Yeah, I think it's exciting because, you know, having these practices in the gym all winter, it gets hard. It gets hard, and you have a limited amount of space. So being able to go play games against competitive teams in the dome is more it's more than a great opportunity. It is really beneficial to us, and although it does suck that we can't get on the dirt as early as we'd like, turf is a good alternative that really gives us a good opportunity to grow and be ready for our conference games when they do come.
Way better than playing in the gyms.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yep.
You guys talked about playing on turf. Taylor, you played third and some catcher, and Kayla, you play infield. How do you switch going from dirt to turf? How does that affect
hard.
you defensively?
It's really tough.
It's definitely really tough. Balls are bouncier. You slip around a lot more. But I think that's important, trying many different environments, because that's what life's going to throw you. And, even when we are out on dirt, it's adjusting to the rain, or if it is snowing, it's adjusting to the snow, or if it's hot or cold. But you have to be able to play no matter what. You have to be able to play in every condition.
Yeah, there's so many things in softball that can change. If the sun's in your eyes, every dirt is different. All the turfs are different. So it's a game where you definitely have to adapt to your surroundings, adapt to the umpire, his strike zone. It's a game of adapting, and so that's just one of the things that you have to deal with when you play.
So you guys will have 6 games at MSU and 10 total before you go to Tucson. And then Tucson, you guys play 6 of your 8 teams, played in a regional last year, and one of them the defending D3 champions in Texas Lutheran. Do you guys like how you have that tough of a schedule? I heard Nestler on the Facebook page say that's really going to challenge you guys and make you better in the UMAC. What is, as a player, is your mind set different when you know you're playing a really good team and like the defending champs?
My mind used to be changed. But now, like I said before, it's like, sure, we're playing the D3 champs, Texas Lutheran, but I don't think we have anything to worry about, because we're going there. We're going to do the best that we can, and we can't do anything more than our best, but I think our best is going to be pretty dang good, and I hope that's true. But it's an amazing opportunity. Like I said, you can only get better from having competition like this, and being able to find competitive teams like this, although it may be scary at times, it's only something that's going to help us grow and succeed in our season.
Yeah, I think it's great we get to play such good teams down there. I always don't really let the who I'm going to play affect my mentality in going into a game. They put on their pants the same way we do, and although they definitely have some really great skills, we can learn from playing them. It's a lot better to play teams that are better than you or the same skill level as you. You don't want to play teams that don't give you any competition, because it pushes you to do your best, and it pushes people to have to play to the best of their ability, because if anybody makes mistakes, any dumb plays, they really hurt you. And so it teaches you to really buckle down and play your best game when you're playing such difficult teams.
Well, thank you for joining us, Kaylee and Taylor, and best of luck this season. As listening to you guys, your determination looks really good for this upcoming year, and hopefully it's successful. And we'll talk to more of you softball players soon for more insight during the season.
Thank you.